Hey everybody, it's Bryant. It's time to make another video. Today I think I'm going to be talking about how I plan my trips, what steps I take, which ones I do first, which ones I do last. Let's get into this. Okay everybody, so today my whole video is going to be on basically planning a trip. The things you need to plan first, what you need to worry about, different things you can look up to help you out, and hopefully this helps somebody. I was able to make one outside again because it's not raining and it's not not that cold. It's like 50 degrees. I think it's like 9 degrees Celsius or something. But there are things that I do to make it easier for me to save money, and things that I worry about first, because if you worry about them too late, then you will get charged way more. First things first, I have a passport, but if you have not got your passport yet, give yourself plenty of time. I'm talking like right now with all these shutdowns, everything else, all the political stuff, I would probably get a passport at like 6 months in advance, at least right now. And the same thing goes with visas. If you're going to a country, you need a visa, give yourself plenty of time. The first thing I always do to plan my trips is I always look at the plane ticket first. And I usually look at about 5 or 6 months out, sometimes 4, but usually between there. Some people say you can go all the way down to like 2 months, but I always have my plane ticket first. I find out when I'm gonna go, I set the date, and then I look for plane tickets. Also, I use, but it's easier for me because I use a card that I know that if I get sick before then, I've got the insurance that'll take care of it. So it doesn't work for everybody, but that's what I do. I know that on my credit card that I'm going to buy my plane ticket with, if something happens sick-wise, actual health-wise, then I can get my money back. But that's the first thing, because flights will change in price. I was just looking at a Poland flight for $700. So I want to go to Poland in September. I took my time and waited and waited. I had my price set at $400 because I know I can fly to Paris for $300, and I know I can take a budget flight to Krakow or a train, and it would only be about 150 round trip, maybe 200. So I took my time. I actually ended up finding a flight that was $400 for a round trip ticket from New York to Krakow, Poland, which I was like very happy. So I'm going there in September. Flight, first thing I do every time. After that, I always start going online because one, I need to know where to stay and what kind of area. Like if I'm going to Paris, I've never been to Paris. So I don't know what the good areas are. I don't know where everything's at. There's different areas in every place. Places you want to go if you want to party, places you want to go if you want to sleep, stuff like that. There are so many vloggers online now. You can find the exact kind of area you want to go to. You can find the exact kind of hotels you want to go to, everything. So that's my next step in a trip that I'm planning to a place I've never been. That's the next step I'm going to do. That's the next thing. Then I start looking at hotels and Airbnbs in those areas that I've learned. And in the same instance, like hotel prices don't change that much. Sometimes they do in places like New York and stuff where they have like different kind of holidays and stuff, but in a lot of places they're going to stay the same. Another thing you need to look up is sometimes in places like Iceland, that's a very high tourist destination, you might want to get your hotel room in a few months in advance. So you need to find out if it is a high touristed area. When I went to Bosnia, it's not a highly touristed area, even though it's beautiful there. It's not a lot of tourists go there. So I was able to get an Airbnb or a hotel the night before for a good price. After that, well, I use Viator.com, and Viator.com, they've got plenty of tours you can go on. They've got all kinds of different kinds of tours. When I went to, like, they'll have transport tours, everything else. I like doing tours because then I can learn some history from the people talking. Some people don't like tours, so if tours aren't your thing, that's next. But you can wait till, unless it's a place, like I said, like Iceland, you can get hotel pickups, you can get like to where you meet at a bus stop, all kinds of different things. But my tours are my last stop because I've already got my airline ticket, I've already got my hotel. So then I can find out what tours I want to go too. And the Viator site that I said, like all their tours are authenticated. They've all got cancellations. Like it'll tell you whether you can cancel for free, what date you need to cancel by. And they've got like sometimes it'll have the same tour twice by 2 different groups. So if one's cheaper than the other, you can take that, or you can get private tours, you can get group tours. That's just the one I use. Doesn't have to be the one you use. There are so many different ones. But tours are always the last thing I do. Always plan out your vacations. But the reason why I do this is because I don't want to pay for everything at once. I'm not a millionaire. Hell, I'm not even a thousandaire. Like, I don't have all that much money. So I know that if I buy my plane tickets first, I bought my plane ticket, then so it's going to take $400 out of that check. I can wait 3 months before, or a month or so before I get my hotel. I've got plenty of time to check all the vlogs, check all videos on YouTube, find out who's went where, and I don't have to spend that money at the same time. So all of a sudden I get a couple days of overtime, and I'm getting a hotel room. After that, I've decided what tours I'm going to pick, add them up, wait a little while, pay for them one by one. You don't have to pay for it all at once. These are things that I do to help myself out because I can't handle it all at once. If something costs, my Ireland trip that I'm going on in 2 weeks, it literally cost me about $1,200, I think. Everything, tours, Airbnb, flights, everything, $1,200. But I did it step by step to where I wasn't paying for all of it at once. If I do this, like my Prague trip, my Krakow, Poland trip I was talking about, I haven't even started paying for it yet, except for all I've got's the airline ticket right now. And little by little, once my other trips are done, I can start buying like the hotel room for it and the tours I want for it or different things. I don't add food into my trip because I'm going to eat here anyway. There's no point in that. Either way, you're going to eat, whether you're in another country or you're here. I'm going to eat the same way there as I do here. If you go on vacation and you love 5-star food, I don't really know, like really high-priced food, then you might want to like add that into it if you eat better than you do at home. But me, I know what I like. None of this is all common sense, this video, but don't think you have to do it all at once. You'll end up doing better and getting more vacations if you take your time and you plan it out little by little. The only thing that really needs to be planned out right at the beginning is your dates, your flights, and that's all. The rest of the stuff you can figure out later. Anyway, safe travels. I am going to Ireland in 2 weeks, so I definitely will try to get plenty of videos and different things and put them on my channel. I hope y'all like this video. I like being outside. You have a wonderful day and safe travels. See y'all in a little while.